This exercise will be flowing from the pancake position, wide legs, tall through the crown. We'll be drawing the heels up towards our hips. Knees stay wide, not coming in. We want to feel the hip flexors in the abdomen. We want to stay very tall and not shrink into this posture. Keep everything nice and tall. And once you get to the top and you feel like everything's going to burn and cramp, hold, find your breath. Exhale, very slowly articulate, keeping this hip close to the floor, down, trying to get everything flattened. If this hikes up, it will eventually, just like sediment, lower to the bottom of the glass. Just get that down over time. Don't beat yourself up too much. Then we're going to dive the sternum towards the front knee, and while we're going down this way, this leg is going to extend behind us, counterbalancing and pulling everything tight. So again, not using the hands, so I know that my hip muscles are working here, and really straightening that out. If I'm coming down, this is straightening behind, my toes are pointed. You want to feel some activity in the glute here as well. Big inhale. Pull everything in. You may cramp. I'm getting a pretty bad cramp here. If done well, you're going to get some of those. Feel free to leave the position, wiggle it out, set it right back into position. From here, you're going to slowly articulate, keeping everything wide, over to the other side. Same deal, sternum dives toward the front knee. As my head goes down, my toe reaches 1 to 1. Big inhale, slow return. No cramp on this side. That's normal to have cramps on some side and not the other. We're working out our imbalances here, so pay attention to them, breathe through them. No one's ever gone to the ER for a cramp or had a surgery for it, so just kind of work through them unless they really lock up. If you get a cramp that locks up longer than you wiggling it out, then you might have some problems. But if we can get it to go away, go right back into the motion and articulate. So now, I'm going to switch angles. We're going into that same motion, diving down to the elbows, and then we're going into our 8-point plank position. So from that pigeon, you go right into filing the leg out behind us. I'll show a side view here. We want the lumbar not to sag and the neck not to jut and sag. Smash your lymph nodes, keep your head out of the turtle shell, and lift up the mid back and low back up to the ceiling. You want to make a tabletop. And you can kind of push through your elbows and use your navel and abdomen to tilt that pelvic bowl up toward the ceiling. Now from here, we pull the leg back in, bring it up. That transition one more time. Everything's 1 to 1. You're shrinking in, expanding out. Takes a lot to get that leg to cook up under us or pull up through, but over time it'll get easier and you can navigate a little better. I'm going to do the other side now. One more on this side. Back to the other side. So obviously starting very slow, very controlled, and make sure you at points where it's hard to breathe, you pause and try to regain your breath. Try not to hike the shoulders up to the ear, and go through fluidity points. So first, you're going to go really slow and controlled and be as graceful as possible. Find those cramps, wiggle them out, go back and see if you can bypass the cramps. Once you've worked the cramps out with some slow versions, go medium pace, a little higher than medium, a little faster, maybe a really quick pace. Because these are functional movements, therefore you sometimes have to do them in a speedy fashion. So again, try these slow, graduate to medium, faster, and the whole while make them more graceful over time.